Have you ever felt like you just don't know what you're doing, where you're going? Are you going in the right direction? You're feeling a bit lost, or feeling as though I should be so much further along my journey right now. I should be doing better than I'm doing right now, or just have that feeling inside that you feel as though you should have achieved so much by now. If you're feeling these feelings right now, it's okay. You're not broken. You're just being called to grow in a different direction. My name is Agnes Wanja. I'm a personal development coach, and I help people like yourselves find clarity, set new habits, and overcome limiting beliefs. Some of my biggest achievements have come from a place of feeling lost. When I wrote my first book, I was in a place where I was lost. Every day I'd wake up and I'd just think, this is not it. There has to be more to life than this. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel as though I should have achieved more by now? I feel as though I'm not moving forward in the direction that I want to go in. But it was at that moment that I took action to do something to help me go in a new direction. And what happens is once you start making changes or start taking action that helps you to go in the direction that you should be going in, you start to feel more aligned. You start to get rid of that feeling of feeling lost, and you start to feel as though you're on the right track. So it's important when you have these feelings as though you're feeling lost or not sure which direction you should go in, to sit back, take a moment and actually ask yourself, what am I doing? Where am I going? Is this the job I want to be doing? Is this the career that I had planned out for myself? Is this the plans that I had for myself? Or maybe you didn't have any plans, but you've taken the road of I'll see how it goes, and it's just not going how you want it to. There's no failure in this. It's all steps to help you work out where you want to be and ultimately live a life that's more fulfilling, because that's what personal development is. Everybody's personal development journey is different. Mine is not the same as anybody I know, and nobody I know has got the same journey as me or anybody else. So it's important to realize that if you have that feeling, you need to take action on it. You need to allow yourself that space to grow and actually go in the direction that you should be going in. We don't talk enough about feeling lost, feeling as though things are not going right. And it's important for us to have these conversations, because ultimately you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. It's literally just your life telling you it's time for growth. Your old self is not fitting into this new life or this new stage of your life. So ultimately it's looking for that room for growth. There's that sort of assumption that, especially as adults, young adults or in the older age, you should have everything figured out. You should have your life figured out. But that's not always the case. You should have a 5-year plan. You should know exactly where you're supposed to be by this age. But it's not always the case. And it's fine. It's okay, because every single person has got a different journey. But your responsibility is to make sure that if you're not happy with your level of success at the moment, or you're not happy with your current situation, it's not to ignore it. Because ignoring it is not going to help you 1 year, 2 years down the road. You're still going to feel the same way. The main thing is to find out what can you do to redirect yourself or get yourself back to a place where you feel great. When you wake up in the morning, you know exactly what your plan is, what you're working towards, and you feel energized to do the things you need to do. Sometimes you might find yourself in a job that you don't like, but it's not about just changing jobs. It's working out what is it you don't like about that job. And I've done videos on this subject, thinking about leaving your job or things to know before you leave your job. It's not about taking drastic actions to just end up in the same place. It's about figuring out exactly what it is you don't like about your current job. You might be running a business at the moment and you're just not happy in it. It's about figuring out what is the cause of the unhappiness. What is the cause of the feeling as though something is not going right? And you don't have to have all the answers today. The most important thing is to start asking yourself the right questions. The questions that are going to help you unpack some of these things that are going on and getting to the bottom of it. And it's questions like, what matters to me right now? What have I been pretending to enjoy that I am not enjoying? What would a peaceful life look like for me? How do I get to this place? How do I get to a place of feeling fulfilled, like you're doing the things you want to do? Here's the truth. When you're feeling lost, it's a sign that you're awakening. It means your awareness is expanding. You're starting to see what is not aligning. What elements of your life are not aligned with the goals and the dreams and the vision you have for yourself. And this is the first steps to clarity. So instead of fighting the feeling, sit with it. The longer you sit with it and try to unpack what's going on, the more you can look into what is actually happening and get comfortable getting ready to be uncomfortable. Because a lot of times the changes we're going to make are going to take us out of our comfort zone. And that's fine, because that's where growth will happen. The longer you resist, the longer you're going to stay stuck for. The longer you're going to feel lost. It's okay to sort of take time out for yourself. When life is noisy and you feel as though so much is going on and you feel as though you're being pulled in different direction, it's okay to say, you know what, like just give me a few days. I just need to figure out what my next move is. And the people around you should be able to understand what you're asking for, because sometimes it's so hard to gather your own thoughts when everybody else have got their thoughts and everything else is happening around you. For me, as a parent, so many times I had to just take time out, because alongside me working on my personal development, I still had to be present as a parent. But on top of that, I had work responsibilities and I was also studying at one point. And all these things, sometimes it can feel like it's a lot. But those times I took the opportunity to just take some time out and focus on the main priorities. And first things first is being able to bring your thoughts back to a centered position where you can prioritize the most important things in your life step by step. Personal development is all about knowing when it's time to take a break. And I've experienced this many times with some of the clients that join my program. When they start, they have so many different things going on, and this is the reason why they get the program in the first place, because they need to feel as though they've got control of their lives. So once they jump on the program, we're able to sort of freeze time for a minute and just work out what is the most important thing you should be working on right now. What is your next right move? And I've also got a course on Udemy, which is just like an introduction to personal development, very affordable, and anyone can access this and start to take the steps to help you unpack these feelings and thoughts, to help you start aligning with what is your next right move. And that is a question you should always have at the forefront of your mind. Is this aligning with what I want to be doing? And please remember, clarity doesn't all happen at once. It's when you start taking those small actions and you start to unpack bit by bit, one honest thought at a time, that you start to get to the bottom of what is really going on. So if you're feeling lost right now, remember, change doesn't happen instantly. The thought of change, yes, I can decide right now I want to see change, but the action and the results, they don't happen instantly. So it's okay. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're simply becoming somebody new, and it's okay. If this video has helped you, do have a look below. You can find details of my website. You can find details of my Udemy course. And as always, do leave a comment and we can get into the conversation. And I will see you on my next video.